Mauricio Umansky is saying, goodbye, Kyle. Shannon Beador gears up to go to court, and Kathryn Dennis from Southern Charm is now under investigation for a hit and run. What? Let's get into it. You're listening to No Filter with Zack Pack, your go-to source for all the latest pop culture and reality TV tea, served fresh all week long. Now, let's dive in. I hope you is ready for it. We've got a lot to break down. Mauricio Umansky has been spotted out holding hands with his dance partner on Dancing with the Stars. We'll get into that. We're going to talk about Shannon Storm's Beador, her and John Jansen. She's headed to court next week. And then Kathryn Dennis. What the hell is going on? If you're watching Southern Charm, she's the fiery redhead. And there's a lot that's happening. I had a very long Monday. I'm just going to say that. And then today, which is Tuesday, I'm getting my hair bleached. So send me all the good love and juju as my scalp is on fire. And I play, let it burn, gotta let it burn. So just know. It'll be a brand new bitch come Tuesday night, Wednesday. So by Wednesday's episode of the podcast, you'll see me be fresh. I'll be like, oh, hello, fresh. It's me, Zack Pack. Okay, before we get into all of that, though, let's do some tidbits of tea. So Paris Hilton is clapping back at people on Instagram for saying that her baby's head looks too big. I mean, listen. The baby's head does look a little big, but listen, he's a baby. He'll grow into it. Stop trolling the baby. He's a baby. He's her baby. He's Paris Hilton's baby. I actually just saw her husband. I was at an event on Thursday. Yeah, I was at an event out in Santa Monica, and I saw her husband there, Courtney. He was there. Or Carter. Courtney's his brother, Carter. They both founded Vive, which was the acai spirit. It was like a vodka, but it was distilled from acai berries. And I don't think it ever really went anywhere. I think they did end up getting bought out, though, at some point. But yeah, listen, he's doing his thing. They have a baby. The baby has a big head. It's okay. The baby will grow into it. Stop dragging the damn baby. The baby can't control how big his head is, okay? Leave the baby alone. Leave Paris's baby alone. Kim Kardashian has launched or is launching this week Skims for Men. It was just announced. Sadly, there is no Tom Brady attachment to it, which kind of breaks my heart because I really want Kim Kardashian to be dating Tom Brady, and Tom Brady has his underwear line, and I feel like there should be like a good, cute collaboration between Skims and Tom Brady's underwear, but maybe this means that they're not really dating, which makes me really sad because I think Kim Kardashian and Tom Brady would be like a killer couple. I love it. I'm here for it. I ship it. But I'm also very excited about Skims for Men because I already buy Skims. I already wear Skims. I'm ordering Skims for Men this Thursday. They have underwear, they have shirts, and they have socks. Probably not going to buy Skims socks. That's weird. Don't really need a Skims t-shirt, but I'll definitely be buying some Skims underwear. It is so wild to me how much laundry we go through in a single week. Every time I do laundry and then I'm like, what? I already need to do more laundry? How do I not have infinite amounts of underwear? But also if I had infinite amounts of underwear, I would probably never wash clothes, but now I have to wash my clothes. So I will be looking forward to ordering Skims this Thursday and washing all my Skims for Men underwear all throughout the week. Congrats to Kim. I'm ready for it. She said that this is like one of the most highly anticipated or like most requested things that people wanted from her is they wanted Skims for Men underwear. Now we got it. So you can hopefully but I want to know what does the Skims for Men underwear actually do? Like, does it give me a little butt lift? Because I will say the Skims for women, the ones that I've gotten, they kind of flatten my butt, and I want something that can kind of like lift my butt, make it look cute and perky, not make it look like smushed and flattened, because it's very easy to make my butt look smushed and flattened. But I'll be ordering Britney Spears, her lost audition for The Notebook, and The Notebook starring Ryan Gosling and Rachel McAdams, where he's like, what do you want? What do you want? And she's like, I don't know. He's like, what do you want? And then she ultimately chooses Noah because, that's the love story. And I was recently looking at, I think it was Nick Vile's book. I don't know. I was watching something on TikTok or something maybe. And they're like, The Notebook is so problematic and that's not how love is. And love doesn't win and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, why do you have to ruin love for me? Let The Notebook be The Notebook. But Britney Spears, her audition for The Notebook has now leaked. It was going around. I saw it on What's Trending. My friend Andy Lawani was posting about it. Shout out to Andy and What's Trending. But I watched it on his Instagram story, and I was like, wow, Britney Spears can actually act. She's actually a really good actress. I know Crossroads is coming back and they're doing like a special event. I think it's this week, right? Where it's like a special event where you can go in theaters and see Crossroads again in conjunction with Britney's book. And some places are doing it where if you go to see Crossroads, you get a copy of Britney's book. But we're seeing the audition. She's actually really good at it. I can see though why she didn't get it. I know all the Britney stans are gonna come for me and they're gonna be like, "Oh, well, how dare you? She's a great actress and she's been through trauma and her dad and whatever." She's a great actress, a very great actress. I will give her that. I was surprised. I haven't seen Crossroads since ever. I think I maybe saw it when it first came out, and that was a really long time ago, and I was really young, so I don't entirely remember. I just remember she's not a girl, not yet a woman. She's not a girl. I remember that. That was a bop. Everyone was talking about it because everyone was a girl and not yet a woman, right? So now here we are. We see the leaked audition tape, and I think she's great in it, but I can see why she didn't get it. I think Rachel McAdams just brought a whole new level of like rawness, and her chemistry with Ryan Gosling I think is just unmatched. So I get how the chemistry that Rachel McAdams had with Ryan Gosling worked out better for them and The Notebook rather than Britney. Like, I just don't think Britney Spears would have killed that role. I think Britney Spears is a great actress, and I think she plays like not a girl, not yet a woman. Crossroads. She killed that role. She was great in that. I thought, she was doing the best. Which, by the way, speaking of surprise actress, Kim Kardashian on American Horror Story, fucking killing it. I'm looking forward to it. I finished catching up on it over the weekend, and I was very invested. I was very much into it. I was like, yes, Kim Kardashian is not a bad actress. I'm pretty surprised. But yeah, I can see why Britney didn't get the role. And listen, she didn't need the role. She needed somebody that she was going to have chemistry with. She needed somebody, like, she needed more passion. She was able to kind of deliver the lines and have that emotional rawness to her, which was great. But like Rachel McAdams just delivers, She like is in love with Noah, and you believe the love story. That's what made The Notebook so damn good, is we believed the love story. Which, by the way, I watched The Notebook again recently, like a few months ago, and I didn't realize how sad The Notebook was, because in the end, she finally gets Noah. Spoiler alert, she finally gets Noah, and then the whole movie is Noah reading the story back to her when they're old and gray, right? And then you see them, and she doesn't remember him, and she doesn't know who he is. And I'm just like, poor Noah. Like, he waited all this time, and he built her a whole house, and all she does is forget about him. So that's why you should never trust anyone. Don't date anyone. Don't love anyone, because at the end of the day, they're just going to forget about you. That's the lesson I learned from The Notebook a few months ago. What a time to be alive, right? Just don't fall in that. Don't be like Morgan Wade. I'm gonna make you fall in love with me. Sorry, guys. I'm a little zonked today. It was a long day. It was a long weekend. It was a long week last week, and then the Monday was long. I woke up at 4. We did the dogs. We did the potty. I went to the gym. I worked out. I went to Orange Theory. I thought that Monday was the start of Hell Week, and I found out that Monday is not the start of Hell Week. Tuesday is the start of Hell Week, so I didn't really need to go to the gym to work out on Monday, because I'm going to do Hell Week, and Hell Week is where they put you through hell, and I love going through hell. I love pushing it. I love when the coaches call me out because I'm fucking killing it. I love all of that. But forgive me if I'm a little zonked in today's taping, because it was just a very long day, and I took the dogs and I washed them. People are always surprised. They're like, wow, you have 2 dogs and like you're by yourself, and like they're 2 big dogs and they're 2 8-month-old puppies. And I'm like, yeah, bitch. And what? I can do everything. I can do anything. The shoes on my feet, I bought them. The clothes I'm wearing, I bought them. I keep my bills paid. I show up for my family. I show up for my friends. I get up. I work out. I feed the dogs. I walk the dogs. I clean the apartment. I do all the things, okay? I can do everything because I'm amazing. It is an honor to be with me. Okay. Let's talk about the meat, the things that you guys really want to talk about, because now we're 10 minutes in, and I know you don't care about my dogs. You care about Mauricio Umansky and his new little boo thing. That my little boo thing. So Mauricio Umansky is seemingly debuting his new boo thing. TMZ released some new photos that are from Sunday. Okay, and they show Mauricio and his Dancing with the Stars partner, Emma Slater, and they're holding hands after going to dinner together, secretly, Well, actually, it wasn't so secret because they went to dinner and TMZ has photos of them going into dinner that I think they got via Backgrid. So you see them walking and they're like, ha ha ha, we're going to dinner, ha ha ha. And then there's like a blurry photo of them that doesn't look like it was a Backgrid photo. It looks like it was maybe like somebody's blurry iPhone photo. TMZ revealed that, and you can see that the two of them, they're holding hands together. I don't know how I feel about this because, like, technically, since he and Kyle are separated, he's technically single, but, like, is he allowed to date other people? I mean, she might be doing Scissor Sisters with Morgan Wade, so we don't know what the situation is. But, I mean, are we mad at him? Like, I wanted to believe that him and Kyle were going to find a way back to each other because they said they were trying to find a way back to each other and we're just separated. We're not divorced and we're not divorced. We're still a family and blah, 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 blah. But, like, if she's over here going down on Morgan Wade, then I think Mauricio deserves to, do a little tap off the dance floor with his partner. Emma's a pretty girl. She's gorgeous. She's living life. She's helping him dance. He's not a great dancer, but you know what? She's got him moving. She's got him moving like he's got the moves like Jagger. And maybe he's got better moves in the bedroom. And maybe that's why she's like, you know what? That's why we're gonna keep doing it and we're gonna keep going. Who is voting for Mauricio? He's a terrible dancer, by the way. But at this point, I don't think he needs to vie for that mirror ball on Dance with the Stars because he's already won Emma's mirror ball. And that's enough. He doesn't need to learn how to jive. But she's also single because that one I posted it on Instagram announcing that he was spotted, and I showed the photos, and the woman was like, "This is bogus. Emma's married." I'm like, guess what, bitch? She's divorced. Okay, she was married. And now she got separated, and now she's going through divorce because she filed for divorce from her husband, Sasha. His name was Sasha, which should have been the first red flag. But now she's dating Mauricio. Maybe. We don't know. Well, I mean, it seems like they're dating now. They went out to dinner together. But, like, how do you go out to dinner and know that the paparazzi are there? Unless you know that they're staged paparazzi photos. Because if you know the paparazzi are supposed to be there from this time to that time, then you're like, okay, we have to do whatever, play it up, whatever. And then you sneak out because there were no professional photos of them walking out together. It was like a blurry iPhone photo that was, like, zoomed in. So I am not sure how I feel about this or what I think. Maybe they are dating. At first, I was like, maybe it's publicity for Dancing with the Stars. And then some people were getting into theories about, like, well, of course they're going to pair him because he's single and going through a separation and she's single. She's going through a divorce. That, like, of course they're going to fall in love. I'm going to make you fall in love with me. But him and Kyle are separated. They're not even just on a break. It's not like Ross and Rachel where the lines are a little blurred. They are separated. They're not together. So does separated mean that you're allowed to date? I guess the only two people that would know that are Mauricio and Kyle, and we don't really know what their situation is, but it seems like Kyle's moved on. I don't know. But meanwhile, we have Kyle, and she's over here with Kathy. She took Kathy Hilton out to a Morgan Wade concert. So Morgan's out here meeting the family, and they're still just friends. I don't know. It's confusing. Morgan and Kyle are just friends. Austin and Taylor are just friends. Tom and Raquel were just friends. Like, everybody's just friends these days. Oh, it's very confusing because it's like, what is the situation? And I'm also kind of fatigued by Kyle and Morgan, but at the same time, I'm still kind of interested in Kyle and Morgan because I don't really understand Kyle and Morgan, but it's just like that train wreck that you can't stop watching, but you kind of want to watch it because it's just there. But Kathy met Morgan Wade. She even commented on her Instagram post. She's like, I can't wait to meet you. Kathy's all excited. She's like, yes, give me a good country bumpkin. So Kathy met Morgan Wade. She was out there. She probably doesn't know any of the songs. Nobody does. But, like, Kathy showed up. She played her part. She was a good big sister. Kathy's going to show up because last year there was all the things about the homophobic comment that she made. That on the show, and they were saying that Kathy used homophobic slurs, and so Kathy's like, yeah, I'm gonna go support my new gay lesbian sister at her girlfriend's concert for country music. What? Of course, I'm gonna check all the boxes. I'm a friend of the LGBTQ plus community, LGBTQING community, plus period. So Kathy's out there waving her I almost said purple flag, her rainbow flag. That's what it's called. Gonna make you fall in love with me. Ay vey. So, even though the fall can feel jam-packed, HelloFresh makes whipping up a home-cooked dinner actually doable with quick and easy options, including their 15-minute meals. That's less time than it takes to get delivery. I know because I've gotten delivery many a times, and I hate those wait times. So I love that there's the convenience of HelloFresh. And with everything pre-portioned and delivered right to your door every week, it's kind of a no-brainer. We all know HelloFresh takes the hassle out of mealtime, but did you know it can also save you money? HelloFresh is 25% less expensive than takeout, so that means that you get an easy home-cooked meal on the table and more money in your pocket. HelloFresh Market even has fun limited edition add-ons for fall, like the apple cider cake with caramel sauce or mouth-watering barbecue pulled pork nachos. And the mini pumpkin cheesecakes, perfect for a little mealtime treat, right? Especially after a long Monday. I love getting a fresh box with all my meals preset and ready to cook. My brain always has too many tabs open and my schedule is always jam-packed that, like, even today, I cooked dinner and I was too tired to plate it, so I just ate it out of the pan, and that's okay because at least I didn't have to think about what I was cooking because HelloFresh saved my life. Go to HelloFresh.com/50NoFilter and use code 50NoFilter for 50% off plus free shipping. That's HelloFresh.com/50NoFilter and use code 50NoFilter for 50% off plus free shipping. It's America's #1 meal kit, and you're not going to want to miss it because it's good. It's good, honey. It's good. Okay. Let's see. What do we want to talk about next? How about Shannon Storms Beador? Says Shannon Storms Beador is set to appear in court on 10/30, which is October 30th, which is coming up next week. It's next Monday, right before Halloween. So got to get all the spookies out now. We're going to see how this all plays out. She has to appear in court and see what's going to happen after the DUI. Remember when she was just going for a little stroll to take Archie out for a walk, and somebody put an apartment there and she crashed into it, and then Tokyo drifted her way on out, and then the Paw Patrol started investigating her. Well, now the Paw Patrol claims that they did their investigation and everything is just fine. Archie is doing just fine. And I'm like, well, no shit, he's alive. She posted on Instagram, so we know he's okay. I don't know, they look like there might have been a little concussion in poor little Archie's fur. But he's all right. The Paw Patrol investigated it, and he's alive and thriving. Okay, now he knows his mom isn't going to go on a bender on a Monday night. So we know that she checked herself into a treatment program that has an alcohol component to it. So she's trying to get help. She's doing the things that she can to help make the best of her situation, even though it's a terrible situation. Nobody should ever get behind the wheel and drive drunk, and no, never do that again. But she's still living her life. She has the Trace Amiga shows coming up. They're sold out. She's like, yeah, that's right. I'm still selling out. Shots. Everybody. So we'll see what happens. It's right around the corner, October 30th. I'll keep you posted as we continue to see this play out, and we'll see what the judge tells Shannon Storms Beador. We'll see if John Jansen decides to show up in support of Shannon Beador. We'll see what happens. I'm pretty sure Bravo cameras will be up and rolling again soon. Real Housewives of New York. I watched the reunion. I watched it so that you don't have to. It wasn't terrible. It was fine. I wasn't riveted by it, but it was actually a little bit better than I was anticipating. As expected, they argued about cheese, which nobody really cared about, but that was the running joke. It's what are they going to talk about? Cheese? Well, guess what? They gave us a whole segment dedicated to cheese. It was actually a long episode of the reunion. It was a bit longer than their regular 1 hour episodes, which I thought was interesting. We have part 2 that's going to be airing this upcoming Sunday. They argued about cheese. Lovely. Jenna did not care to be there whatsoever. Uba kept trying to have moments where she would try to, twist things and make things bigger than they needed to be, or drop weird side bombshells. None of the cast members wanted Jenna Lyons on the show. Then we have some beef between Sai and Aaron, which I didn't even realize they were in a fight. Then we have some beef between, obviously Jezel's upset about the stuff with her husband because he's cheating on her in, where did he go? Vietnam. He didn't go to Vietnamese. He went to Vietnam. Sorry. And to go eat some banh mi. He's like, ooh, I want some Vietnamese banh mi. I was mm-hmm. And listen, Aaron's I never insinuated that your husband was cheating on you. They didn't directly say, yeah, we think that he's cheating on Jezel, but they did say that, like, you know, he's going to Vietnam for 24 hours. What, he's just going to go and eat banh mi? He's going to eat someone's banh mi out. So I get it. They were kind of implying that because they were just like, well, what do you normally do if you're going to go for 24 hours? Like, yeah, they're clearly going to have an affair. You're going to find someone's banh mi to eat out. And so then he did a whole Instagram video where he's like, this is my review of going to Vietnam for the day. And listen, it actually looks great. You get to leave your family for 24 hours and eat caviar and drink champagne and then go have banh mi in Vietnam and then come right home. I mean, you don't need a happy ending, but like, it wouldn't hurt. So I understand. I think Aaron should have just owned it and been like, listen, I made a joke. I wasn't accusing your husband of cheating on you, but I did make some jokes and I did think it was weird because guess what? It is fucking weird that your husband is leaving for 24 hours just because he wants to rack up some miles and go eat a sandwich out in Vietnam. That to me is silly and a waste of cargo and a waste of money and a waste of all the things. I mean, I guess you kind of get it back because you're getting points or miles or whatever, but still, no, I think it's weird. It's fucking weird. And I'm glad that Sai and Aaron said something about it being weird. And I thought it was lame that they didn't lean into that or own it at the reunion. They're like, I never said that. And even Bryn was like confused by it. And then we get into some stuff with Bryn versus Sai because they're having beef and I think their beef is dumb too. I mean, I get it. Like, Bryn shouldn't have said what she said. Bryn was trying to be messy. She was trying to create a moment in the finale where she outed that Uba has a boyfriend that lives in Connecticut. But here's the thing. Why are you going to go on a reality show and not be fully open and transparent about your relationship? Like, that's a big part of your life. I don't give a shit about your hot sauce. What the fuck do I care about your hot sauce? I only care about your hot sauce if you tell me your personal story and your personal situation, your personal struggles. And then that adds more rich character and storyline and context to your life on the show that then makes me more interested in wanting to go and buy your hot sauce. That's how Bethany did it in the first 2-3 seasons of Real Housewives of New York. Right? She showed us her life. She showed us her shitty apartment, even though it wasn't that shitty, but she refers to it as a shitty apartment. She showed us her boyfriends and her rocky relationships. And we saw that and we wanted to root for her. So then we wanted to buy her Skinny Girl Margarita for $12.99. We wanted to support that. I don't want to buy Uba's hot sauce because I'm like, what? I don't even know who you are. What is your life? You get mad that somebody takes your phone and you shell hot sauce? Swipe left. Not interested. I'm not going to buy your hot sauce. I love hot sauce, but there's nothing about your hot sauce that makes it any more special than anybody else's hot sauce. And you have an opportunity to tell us your story. That was one thing about Jenna. She wasn't very interesting, but she was, I mean, I didn't love that she hid her relationship, but I don't know. I think reality television is just getting too weird. Too many people want to hide everything and not be fully open about everything. And it's like, this is the Real Housewives of New York City. Give us the representation, yes, but also show us your life. Or otherwise, don't be a full-time cast member. Don't be an apple holder. Be part-time. Don't be 1 foot in and 1 foot out. But yeah, the show as a whole was fine. The reunion was fine. I wasn't particularly moved by it. I do like Jenna's vulnerability that we got at the reunion. I like the rich storytelling that we get about these ladies. It feels very different from some of the other shows. But overall, it was fine. The show was fine. I give it a B-. I think I said that when I did Housewives Nightcap for Access Hollywood. It's fine. It's nothing groundbreaking. Everybody that's overhyping it is lying to themselves. Okay, let's talk about Southern Charm. Kathryn Dennis is going through it. So Kathryn was recently called out by her cousin because her cousin was accusing her of squatting at their house and then claims that Kathryn had to be forcibly removed by police officers because she was squatting there and didn't want to leave. And apparently she took a page out of Ramona's playbook because she pooped on the floor and then she vomited in the bed and she didn't want to leave the house. So the cousin also accuses her of being on drugs because she's crazy. And then we find out that Kathryn's dog just passed away because it was brutally attacked by some coyotes, which doesn't make matters any better. Like, it just continues to make it worse. I'm like, oh my God, this poor woman, she's really going through it. And if that wasn't enough, now we found out that her car has been linked to a hit and run. So she has a 2022 Ford SUV. And there's a report from last week, from the 22nd specifically, that claims that the car hit a deputy, and then fled the scene. So it's unconfirmed whether or not Kathryn was the one behind the wheel, but it does appear to be confirmed that it was her SUV, her Ford SUV. So she's really going through it right now, guys. She recently lost custody of her kids to Thomas Ravenel, her ex, who we saw their turbulent relationship play out on the earlier seasons of Southern Charm. So she lost her kids. Now she lost her job. Then she lost her dog. Now we have this where they're investigating her. I mean, I kind of see why Southern Charm didn't want to bring her back because she kind of seems like a little bit of a liability at this point. But poor girl needs some help. She needs some Jesus. She needs something because it just is not going well for her. She's just all sorts of a hot mess express. I am liking Southern Charm this season, though. I think it's good. Austin is bringing it. Craig is definitely bringing. These boys are messy. We don't even need Kathryn Dennis back on the show. Let her go rip through the streets of Charleston. No, she's not in Charleston anymore. Where is she? I heard she was living with her dad for a minute after getting fired from Southern Charm, and then now we find out that she was squatting, and now she's on the loose. Just driving through the South. Charleston's in the South. But I don't think she's in Charleston anymore. Where is she? I know she... Well, actually, nobody knows. It's like Finding Waldo. We don't know where to find Kathryn. Oy vey, mamma mia. What a news cycle. What a week. Brittany's book dropped today, Tuesday. The book is out. So we can go and read it now. I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited and ready to dive into it. I think Wednesday's episode and Thursday's episode, either both or one of them, will be dedicated to the Brittany book. Probably both. That way we can break the book up and I can listen to half of the book and then the other half of the book. But full recap of Brittany's book will be coming. We'll break down all the juiciest tidbits. I'll put it on the main podcast feed. That way it's not just like a members only thing. But yeah, I think that'll be fun. We've never done the podcast version of book club. We always just stream it live on YouTube, and now we're going to do both. So you can look forward to that. I can read the entire book so that you don't have to, or I'll give you just the juiciest tidbits before and tell you which parts to read, which parts to skip. Like Prince Harry's book, Spare. Remember that? That was awful. There were some juicy bits in it, but like the whole second part of the book, we could totally just cut out and not even deal with. So that's what I'm here for. I'm here to tell you what's worth it and what's not. Swipe left or swipe right. All right. I think that's all I have for you guys. Thank you for joining me. If you're listening to this, I'm probably fully submersed in getting my hair bleached with my girl Kelly. Love me some Kelly. Kelly Christine. Okay, guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I love you. You are thebomb.com. You keep me alive and well. And even on the long days, even on the tough days, even on the busy days, I have you to come to, and I love you, and I appreciate you, and live life, okay? Give me a follow, Just Plain Zack, if you want to keep up with me. Be sure to get tickets to my live show, my Friendsgiving event, No Filter Night Out Friendsgiving Edition, November 19th at the Bourbon Room in Hollywood. You can go to nofilterlive.com right now. Go to nofilterlive.com and get your tickets before it's too late. All right, guys, I love you. I appreciate you. I'm sending you so much love today, and hopefully you're killing it in life. Okay? All right. Love you. Mean it. Ciao for now. Follow the podcast at No Filter with Zack if you're not doing so on Instagram. Subscribe on YouTube. Hit the like button on your way out. It really does help. And if you're listening to this on Apple Podcasts, you can sign up for No Filter Plus for a bonus episode every week and leave me a nice Apple Podcast review because it really does help. I appreciate all the reviews. I appreciate all the ratings. I appreciate all the subscriptions. All the things. I love you. And ciao for now. See you tomorrow. 8:30 a.m. Pacific. Live streaming on YouTube.